2 minutes until showtime.
2 minutes. Fellas, it's something about my life that I really fucking enjoy. Jesus Christ. Man, I'm 70 years old. And I mean, you could be 25, I don't know, maybe 30. You know what I'm saying? If that's the case, you got 40 fucking years to live to get to where I'm at. Oh my God. You better think about that fucking shit, man, because, you know, I was 25. And I do
1
minute I just
until
do not
showtime.
think. Well, let me be quiet, because I ain't trying to get out now. I forgot, she just reminded me I ain't even supposed to be talking. Shit be going on. 1 minute, man. You guys got to wait. Ain't that a bitch? They give me time to take one more hit. This is some dope ass fucking weed. It just, I can't even hit it without choking. And when I start choking, you don't have to think I'm dying. It's this weed. That was a cough. Matter of fact, I'm not going to take no more hits because this thing finna jump out. We finna go, baby. Yeah, 10 seconds.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Blog Talk Radio.
We cutting that shit off. I know, I mean, to be honest, sometime this shit with Blog Talk fucking up. Be on me. I be done did something. Most of the time, I'm serious, it be Blog Talk. It don't really be me. But last time it was me. But let's get on, man. See, the thing about what I'm gonna talk about today is you just got to really first you got to relax, and you got to really be in a contemplative moment, because these are things to think about. This is not something to just listen to. You have to think about this shit. Now, who else could, should, would you want to be other than yourself? I'm sure 100,000 motherfuckers would want to be Kobe Bryant. But that's when he was living. They wouldn't have wanted to be Kobe Bryant 4 years ago, and then they knew he was going to die a couple of years, later. They wouldn't have wanted to be that motherfucker, no matter how much he had. I'm just saying, who the fuck should you want to be besides yourself? Now, I'm like this, and please don't think I'm comparing myself with Kobe Bryant. But I'm like this. I'm Kobe Bryant to me. In my life, I'm the baddest motherfucker. I do everything I try to do. And I'm like Kobe Bryant because there's a place where I feel at home. Even though I know I'm thousands of miles away. See, there's a time when you feel that, you in your element. This is your element. Even though your element does not include what you're enjoying at the moment. Kobe's shit was basketball. And, anything involving that, he in his element. But now, he also is in this element when it comes to socializing because he learned who he was. He learned where his position in life should have him, and he accepted it, and he did whatever that was. So you got to understand, take a moment and listen. Because there's a time when you feel that you're in your element, even though it's thousands of miles away. There's also a time when you realize all the shit you've done in your measly life wasn't for nothing. Otherwise, I've done a lot of things. I mean, the most recent is my SW, but I've done a lot of things. And all of it should make me or should have made me a better man. All of it, not some of it. So what I'm saying is, I'm at that time when I realize all those lefts, those rights, those going straight, those stopping, those running the light. All those times wasn't for nothing. It just wasn't. Because I'm living my life, man, and you just don't know good things are happening to me. Not the best, but good things. So, last night was that night for me. I mean, not last night, but last night I thought about it again for the probably 300th time. But what I'm saying is, I'm talking about being treated as who you are. And I'm talking about who you are, not accepting where you at. Because I got treated like royalty because of how much my motherfucking people appreciated me. And they appreciate what I profess and what I display through my continuous actions. I ain't talking about no fucking words. I got plenty of them. But I ain't talking about words. I'm talking about action. If you're doing something and it has real rewards, but not as financially rewarding as you thought it would be, if you stop, this was about the money. See, I am not about the money. I get rewarded even more than I thought I should be rewarded. But I go through periods where I don't get shit. But I never judge them. I never do. See, because what I'm saying is, if it's about the money, you didn't deserve what the fuck you was looking for. Because it is not about the money. If you want to be Bus or whoever, Lakers or whatever, because they got goddamn money or they had money or they represent money, then live your life trying to be them. I ain't mad at you. But what I'm saying, if the money ain't there and you continue forward as if you're making a killing on the profits, it's not about the money at that point. Now, where am I coming from? What made me think all this stuff? Watching that shit about the Lakers. I'm saying they got, I don't know what, I forget the name of it, but it's some shit about the Lakers. And Magic don't like it, Kareem don't really like it, but it's about them in the beginning. I really fucking love that fucking shit. I didn't watch I didn't watch all of them. That shit is dope. Not cause of what the Lakers. did or what Bus did. But because of what it represents, because what I'm saying is, even when he ain't had shit, he was acting like he did. And even when he did have shit, he was acting like he had way more than he had. Why? Because he had a persona he wanted to show. So do I. That's why I love that fucking movie. Because I can see myself doing what I do in my position, not the Lakers' position, but I would be doing what that motherfucker was doing. Because I want for Sidewalk University what this motherfucker wanted for the Forum and the Lakers. I ain't no sports freak, so I can't take his exact words, blah, 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 and try to use them. No, but I could take the ideas he represented and I could translate that fucking shit to what I'm representing, and I could do the same fucking thing. And believe me, maybe not to the level he's done, but I've been doing the same thing. This is why I'm asking. Who the fuck would you want to be besides your goddamn self? That motherfucker Jerry Buss didn't want to be anybody but himself. Broke, problems, until he got rich with none. Because he would rather be broke with problems than to sell out, give up on what he think. Man, you gotta be able to see shit. And if you can't see it, then you don't deserve to have it. Now, what I'm trying to get you guys to see is I got a lot of opinions. And what I'm saying is everything that I do should be about fulfilling a dream, like this fucking Bus was doing. And the reward is the chase. The reward is not the money. The reward is the chase. And then fulfillment. You gotta understand that, fellas. I ain't gonna go deeper into it because then I'll be giving up what I be giving up in my fucking school. You gotta come to my school to get this real dope. Shit. I speak on politics, but I'm, really not political. It really says something for the state of the country or our country that, both candidates got issues. I mean, I don't know. I like Biden. I like what he's been doing. And I hate Trump, hate what he did, how he made all these fucking stupid peckerwoods think they could get on their computer and be real motherfuckers. That's all they doing. The same shit you do. You get on the computer or you text, you do this, you do that, you a motherfucker, yeah. You do the same shit them bitch motherfucking politicians doing. But it doesn't matter because I don't give a fuck about what they doing. So what I'm saying is this. Our country is being faced with corruption out in the open. It has always been in the open. It has always been wide, straight out in your face, and it has always been happening. But the big difference, you guys were doing it. Or me, as far as the politicians, they can say you guys. But now it's them. They're doing it. They're the criminals. Now, what I'm saying, I don't give a fuck what side of the fence you on. But when you don't do something or you go against something that you know is for the benefit of the majority, and you don't give a fuck because you just being political, man, you fucked up. You know you fucked up. So we're being faced with corruption in your face. That is the only difference that's going on right now. Jim Crow, all them motherfuckers, they was in your face a little bit. I mean, they was in your face, period, at first, but then a little bit, and then in the end, they gone. These motherfuckers is not in your face, but they definitely in your head. See, what I'm saying is this. Do you want a motherfucker with a corrupt past leading your country? No. So it really says something about this country that if you believe that side, this dude is corrupt. And if you, I mean, the other side is corrupt. And if you believe this side, the other side is corrupt. Who the fuck do you believe? I bet they both got corruption. I have long known not to deal with politics. Because once I found out major companies, I mean the real companies, or the real people, I don't know if you know this, but there are people in this country that no matter what you spend, no matter what you spend it on, they get 1/16 of a percent of 1%. I mean, of 1 cent. Now that don't sound like shit until you think about how many millions of motherfuckers spend money every day. If you think about how many millions of motherfuckers that spend money every day, 1/16 of that 1 cent become hella money every day. And them motherfuckers making that money just because they wake up. And you crying about, whatever. Like I do. So what am I talking about, fellas? What the fuck am I talking about? Shit. I don't deal with politics because I learned at the highest level of politics, major companies, are people with interest in money. These motherfuckers lobby both parties. Lobby. That means you go over there and talk to the man, if you hook me up, I'm going to do this for you. So what I'm saying is this one person, I ain't saying it's Chevron, but let's say Chevron. There's one company have a lobbyist, and he goes to the Democrats. Look, you hook me up, I'm gonna do this, and they say okay. But that same motherfucker walk across the aisle to the Republican and say, you hook me up, He don't give a fuck which one I'm hooking him up. But that's legal. That's legal. But if you did it, you go to the penitentiary, you bribing motherfucker. So what I'm saying is, goddamn. Now, how the fuck do you win? You win by knowing how to play. Period. Democrats, Republicans, they get lobbied by the same company. So you say, what is a lobbyist? This is a motherfucker who legally offers bribes in the guise of some sort of business arrangement. They offer these bribes to the people we elect to represent what we want. But those bribes help those particular people. That politician. So what I'm saying, he might not get all the money, but he getting some of it. A lot of it. Enough for him to accept this bribe. So I'm saying me and you, for what they routinely do, we would be arrested. So what do you think? Do you start choosing the thoughts of the people that gonna get arrested? 816, I just saw you pop up, man. What's up, bro?
Yeah, what up? What up, bud? This is Eric Watson Rick.
Eric, what's happening?
What up, man? What up? You got it.
Come on, you got a question?
Everything's happening.
Go ahead.
Do I have a question?
No, go ahead with what you called for.
I was just calling to kind of chop it up with you, man. Let you know how I've been. I recently graduated back in December. Your program is the bomb.
You've been having good results.
Man, it's amazing. My confidence is off the charts. You just would not believe, dog.
Hey, wait. Let me correct you right there. I will or would believe it because you was one of them cats. Hey, you was one of them cats that we bumped heads and shit. So you really had to buckle down. And the next thing I know, you one of the star pupils.
Yes, sir, man. That's how I do, man.
Hey, let me ask you something, E. So, what actually has changed as far as how you feel about approaching or talking to a woman or having something to say? I mean, what has actually changed?
But, man, what changed is nothing stops me from hollering at any fine bitch I see. Nothing. And another thing, bud, what I realized is an abundance of fine bitches out here. They're non-stop. You don't never have to get hooked on, bogged down and hooked on one damn woman, ever. And work out. One bitch be like, no, don't show no interest. There's another one to come along. It's like a goddamn bus.
Hey, E, so I'm sure all you guys listening know I didn't pay this motherfucker $7,000 to goddamn come on here. But taking that we take that in stride. I'm saying, E, you did not have these qualities or capabilities before SWU, right?
No, sir, I did not, man. I was the worst motherfucker in the world.
Let me ask you something, though. I mean, of course you learned a lot, but did you, per se, have to change?
Did I have to change? I say yes, in a way I did. I think I did, yeah. I say yes.
No, I didn't ask you, did you change? I asked you, did you have to change to get this game?
That's kind of hard to say. I'm going to say, well, not necessarily, then.
But stop. Remember, your first thought is your best thought, bro, and not necessarily. Because what happens, simply because you get the game, you're going to change. You don't have to change to get the game.
There it is.
You don't have to change. You could be you. You just have to be receptive to what's going on, which is what me and you bumped heads about until you was receptive, and look at you now.
Man, yeah, I think the thing is I was looking for an answer that you were looking for. I was looking for something that you wanted. Your answer. I was looking for the answer that you wanted instead of my answer.
Exactly. And I'm telling you, and as far as Sidewalk University, it makes you understand you can't be wrong as long as you're doing what you think.
Man, that's a beautiful thing, man. I'm telling you. Everything you said is true. I'm talking about from beginning to end. Absolutely. You know how in one of the recordings, he was like, man, when you do something, you see something happen, you ain't got to call me or email me. Just thank me. That's what I find myself doing all the time. I would be like, God damn this bud, boy.
And E, let me tell you something. What's really thanking me is your ass seeing what you seeing right now. I'm talking about as far as for you in your life, as far as implementing anything and everything that you learn whenever you see it. Because the dope about the course, and I'm going to give this away, it's the think it, do it process. What you think about that?
That's it, man.
Don't go no further. E, don't go no further.
Okay.
Don't go no further.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is that is the dope. That's the dope. And if you don't have the shit behind the dope, all you doing is using drugs. Yeah, I love you, man. Go ahead.
All I gotta say, man, it's a beautiful thing, boy.
All right, thanks, man. Appreciate you.
All right, man. Take it easy, bud, man.
You know it. 256, I see you. What's happening?
Hey, what's going on, bud? This is Dylan.
Dylan?
Yes, sir, man. I just wanted to tap in, man.
Wait. Dylan from a couple of semesters ago?
Yeah.
Dylan, what's happening?
What's happening, OG?
Oh, I'm good. What's up?
Man, how about you?
I'm good, man. What's happening?
Oh, man, I just wanted to tap in and show love, man. Like I said, man, you don't want to give too much game away. But, I just want to say, man, just from watching you over the past damn near year, and then, going through SWU, I got to say, man, it's like what you said. It's like you giving us the ability to appreciate ourselves again, and bring out that inner child that we always had. It's kind of like it's always been in us.
Wait. Let me correct one thing. Not the inner child, the inner man.
I mean, inner man, you know what I'm saying? But I'm thinking, like, as far as, flirting with women, like, I find myself just doing shit that I feel like doing and not holding back, like I used to do. And, just that flirty vibe, when you like in 7th grade, flirting with a bitch, that shit was just natural. So it's like, I got that again, in a way.
Hey, Dylan, let me tell you something, man. Stay true to what you learned in each year, each month, each week is going to grow. And that's what's so beautiful. That's what he had called me. And I said, man, don't call me and tell me this shit. Call the show. And I hung up on him. But all that stuff that he wanted to say to me, he was saying right now. And what I'm saying is it's a process, Dylan. You learn it. You remember the 4 steps. You fucking learn it. Then you use it. Then you own it. Then you master it. And you at mastering it. I think you've owned it. I can hear it in what you're saying. Mastering it is yet to come. But that comes from being in the field, continually doing what you know to do.
Yep, every day.
I love you, man. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Much love. Yep.
Hey, so listen. I'm going to be honest. I don't care about politics. And now people be wanting to cry, because it's so obvious that motherfucking candidates of the parties they're both corrupt. If I voted or when I vote, I wouldn't have a candidate as far as a perfect candidate. I just have somebody that is saying or representing most of what I think. I would vote what I think, and most of that is sort of Democrat. But I wouldn't vote for no Democrat that's just tripping on Trump. Motherfucker, I'll vote for the Democrat that's talking about doing shit that I believe should be done. Now, I'm not even talking about politics right now. I'm talking about who the fuck else would you want to be? Who would you want to be? 616, I see you, brother. What's up?
Hey, Rosebud.
What's going on, man?
I have a question for you. I was asking you, like, in your terms of when you're with your female, do you let the bitch use a strap on you?
A strap? Man, you talking about some freaky shit, man. So you saying a strap. Otherwise, she strap a dick on and fuck you in the ass or something, or you sucking? What the fuck are you talking about? Quit playing.
Yeah,
You open the door, open your mouth, and be real.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like,
Fuck no, I don't do that shit, man. Let me tell you something, man. If you really want to get fucked in the ass, go let a dude do it. Why you gonna let some bitch do it? Why you gonna let some bitch do it, man? I want to know.
I'm not saying me. I'm saying
Motherfucker, you a goddamn lie. You are saying you. Now, why you let a bitch do it?
I heard you be getting fucked by the hoes too.
Man, let me tell you something. I don't care what the fuck you heard. I'm talking about what the fuck you said. You asked me, do I let a motherfucking bitch strap shit on to fuck me? And hell no. And I know you do. So I'm asking you, why don't you let a dude do it? Why would you let a bitch fuck you in the ass?
I mean, you let the bitches fuck you in the ass.
I don't let bitches do, bro. I don't do that. If you think I do, fine. But ain't nobody ever heard me mention some shit like that. So that would kind of go with I don't do shit like that. We're only talking about this shit because you came on here and mentioned it. So can you quit trying to...
Yeah, because I had a question. Like, I've been hearing that's what you've been out here doing. So I had to bring it to your attention.
All right, man. I believe you lying, but if that's what you heard and if that's what you want to believe, I'm good with it, man. I ain't trying to prove nothing to you. If you believe a nigga like me get fucked in the ass or whatever, that's because you want to believe it, bitch ass nigga. Oh, he got off. The nigga can't stand no motherfucker like me, man. Shit. Okay, listen. People be wanting to cry about these. The candidates is just like that nigga that was just on just now. He a punk. He must have heard some shit, or he thought he heard some shit, but he was too much of a punk to say, nigga, I heard you be getting fucked in the ass by bitches. He couldn't say that. But you heard me, nigga, you be getting fucked by bitches. Why do you do it? What I'm saying is, which one of us do it? Which one of us let the bitch fuck us in the ass with a strap on? I ain't got to deny that goddamn shit. You can only look at how the conversation went. Man, I got so much fucking game. You motherfuckers are stupid to try to play me in any kind of way. Period. I would vote what I think. Period. But guess what? Someone from one party is going to become the president. Even though they lack the qualifications. Even though they ain't the motherfuckers I voted for. Even though a whole bunch of goddamn shit. How the fuck should I care? This is one of the main reasons I try to do my own thing. I ain't giving a fuck about the government. I don't want the government help. I don't want no assistance from the goddamn state. I don't want shit. Just don't kill me with some bullshit. You just can't depend on a person who made all their decisions after deep thought and still got it wrong. And just the same, you can't depend on the motherfucker who has no backbone to stand up on both sides of any real issue. I ain't saying agree with both sides, but you better be able to talk about or debate both sides. I will say for Trump, his real benefit is he doesn't know shit. He's a completely ignorant motherfucker to politics. And I absolutely hate the way shit's been going in this country since him. But Biden, he fucking bringing it back to normal. I ain't political, but I know what normal is. So if I like the fact we going back to normal, that don't mean I'm political. That mean I like normality. It's obvious that it's all about greed and lies. Biden's supposed to be greedy and lying, and Trump is greedy and lying. It's all at the highest level of government. And yet, they expect the average Joe not to get tired of the shit. Well, I just so happen to not be the average Joe. And I've already, long time ago, got tired of that shit. And I'm doing shit for myself. Because that's what they say. When people get tired of the shit, they'll start doing for themselves. Hey, I'm already doing for myself. I ain't giving a fuck about the government. Only thing I do give a fuck is that they didn't, caught up with my black ass and I got to pay taxes. But I did it. I was prepared. I put a little dough over there because I knew they was going to care. I wasn't going to volunteer to pay that goddamn shit. Fuck them motherfuckers. They're going to have to fuck with me, but then they did and they got my money. I was really tripping. But what I'm saying is I ended up finna, be straight. Because after they got my money, I didn't put no more money in the bank like that. Son, but not like that. And I got the safety deposit box. And I'm saying, shit. I kept stacking. And my thing is this. I ain't trying to get away. I just wanted to be able to, handle whatever I'm supposed to handle. And I couldn't do it with them fucking with me. Shit. So after a few years, well, to me, it's obvious. It's just about the greed, the lies. And, you just get tired of that. After a few years of that fucking shit, you want to be an anarchist. Which is what we have today in this, so-called great country that's known as America. We got anarchy. Motherfuckers, want to take over whatever way possible. I'm for reform in the police. But, they never will reform as long as they can look at a video like that. You remember that George Floyd shit? Them motherfuckers still, today, after all of the shit that's been talked about, they can look at that video and say they understand why that fucking officer did that. They can. When they get through, they see the motherfucker, on his neck. Well, we have to look deeper into the investigation in order, to charge first-degree murder. All right, man. I can see waiting on the investigation to be completed. I'm talking about, especially before they, sentence the police. But at what point does intent get established? This is what you guys are stupid about. You don't give a fuck. You care about the motherfucker getting killed because you don't care about the law. So we got to beat these motherfuckers with the law. At what point do intent come about? All right. So if you choke a motherfucker, we all know this. This is common knowledge. If you choke a motherfucker longer than 2 minutes, his chances of dying is up like 100%. So, say the po-po didn't have killing George Floyd on his mind. Now, I would think, since he don't have killing George Floyd on his mind, I would think after the 5th time George Floyd said he couldn't breathe, if this motherfucker didn't have killing George Floyd on his mind, he would have raised up. Now, the fifth time he said this shit was around 4 minutes of this motherfucker's police doing what he was doing. That popo in that time had to decide he didn't care. It's not only against procedure, it's against humanity. Okay. Surely, after the motherfucker begged for his mother, it's 6 minutes in. That popo, are you saying he cared? Or can you see he did not care? I'm talking about 6.5 minutes in. The police had to think he was taking that brother's life. Now, in the 7th minute, all these minutes, you're cutting his hair off. Now the brother ain't moving. He ain't begging. He ain't asking for shit. And your fucking ass light up a cigarette. Man, what I'm saying is that's why motherfuckers like me, I'm like I am. I don't give a fuck about the law. I don't give a fuck about white people. I don't give a fuck about shit. All I know is how to stay out the way so I can do what the fuck I do. Because fuck trying to win some kind of legal battle. There's no legality. Although that popo did get, I think he got murder conviction. But I'm saying after 3 minutes of cutting his hair off, it's like 2nd-degree murder accidentally. But you killed the motherfucker. But I'm saying if he'd have got off the nigga's neck in 3 minutes, and the motherfucker died, I can accept 2nd degree. But after 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, surely should have realized after 7 minutes, 8 minutes, 9 minutes, and then 46 more seconds. Man, that man hadn't moved in over 2 minutes. The fucking police knew what he was doing. So now everything, people died in the 60s for is being looked at and is being overturned by these fucking Republicans. Did you know people don't automatically adjust with the times? In 1990, people in high places started telling everyone who would listen. In the year 2000, banks and financial institutions are going to fail. And they based it all on the computing system. Wasn't ready to change from 1900 to 2000. I know, it don't make no motherfucking sense. It don't make no sense to me either, but what I'm saying in 1999, people was taking all their money out the bank. And it was a windfall for companies, that was up on this shit. People was stocking up on everything. The companies was buying extra everything so they could sell it to people. Believing the computer system was going to fail. I couldn't see how it could, but evidently something I didn't know was letting people see how it could. My father was the president of the Country Club Credit Improvement Association. And I'm telling you, he told us, this is like in the 60s. He told us about the state was going to put a highway on what was in the back of our house called Highway 29, but it wasn't really a highway, it was just a road. Now, we thought our dad was nuts. Dad, not only is it trees out there, there's hills on both sides of that road. About 15 years later, when they started buying up everybody's houses, Pops was the last ones to sell. And he held out to get the most for our house. It was 1707 Griffin Drive, Vallejo, California. I remember that. Now, well, I'm saying that driveway is right in the middle of Sawyer and Round Street, in the crest. Pops told us, boy, white people plan 30 years in advance and they gonna pay me for my house. Whatever you doing now, whatever you're enjoying now, was thought of and prepared for 30 years ago. So if that's true, how the fuck could they not be prepared for the goddamn computer shit they was talking about? They were prepared. That's why so many motherfuckers got rich. I'm sure if they planned 30 years ahead in my small town, they certainly planned it 30 years ahead in the big cities. How could they not do that in the government? Now on another note, I get people telling me they like to listen, to my newer videos. When they say that, I smile to myself because you don't know that I haven't told you anything that's new. I haven't. What I've been kicking with all you guys, all of you, is over 100 years old. Probably 150 years old. It's just you've never heard or thought of it. If that's the case, it is new to you. But it's not new. I'm just saying. I have fucking over 300 videos on my channel. And believe me, the very first one is as relevant as the fucking, not relevant, relevant as it was when I put it up. My shit is timeless. That's why as a man, you better jump on this shit before this 21st century man shit takes over. How the fuck you think? Or before my goddamn school gets too expensive for you to attend. Because you do know it's $750 for this April semester that started. But in the July semester, it's going to be $1,000. Wow. And then the October semester, going to be $1,250. And then the January semester, going to be right back at the $1,500. I don't care when you sign up, baby. Because I know I'm going to get you because you keep listening. That's why as a man, you better jump on this shit before that goddamn 21st century man take your goddamn, ass over the edge. I'm at a standstill, and when I kind of hate it. Because, I'm not really selling a bunch of shit in between the semesters. I sell a bit, but at the end of the semester and the beginning of the semester, but not during. That's all right. I'm good. I'm doing great, healthy, busy, and my projects are cool. So I ain't got no complaints. I just believe I'm at a standstill because for several months I've been making positive growth at SW, but there's just something missing, and I hadn't put my finger on it. That's why I be up before 4 a.m. tripping, trying to see what my next move is. Then you know what I thought about my true mentor, my brother-in-law Melvin Redman Wells. If I would have told him this, I truly believe he would have told me, John, your next move is to wait. He was blunt like that. And he never tried to dress up what you needed to know. Although he was always, he just always wanted it to be understood. So, thinking that made me get up and vent my frustrations and my gratefulness to the only game in town, life. Live it and you'll grow. Just live in it and you'll die a death with your life having left nothing of you. At least with what I learned from Red and what those streets taught me, I won't know when or how, but I know it's gonna be from old age when I go. The mistake most motherfuckers make is thinking about trying to reach these dudes, as far as how to be a man. I can't and wouldn't even try to teach some motherfucker how to be a man. The only thing I could do is lace my conversation with a lot of hidden game. And if that potential man is qualified, he's going to pick that shit up. Other than that, he going to have to come to the sidewalk university to get this abadabba. How many of you sleep motherfuckers believe you sharp enough to pick up some shit I'm saying in passing? Come on, man. If you believe it, I believe it. Did you know the same exact thing applies to these motherfuckers who are searching for their manhood? I can't teach them motherfuckers how to have heart. In either case, you either have heart or you don't. And if you don't, you're going to either try to find it or you're not. I've found in both cases, if you're faking the funk, it's going to show up. And it's going to front you off, man. It's going to show up. That's why I love active teaching. You're given some information, and I'm giving it to whoever's going to listen in my class, knowing full well only the deserving is going to understand. Everybody ain't going to understand what the fuck I'm saying in my group. Therefore, teaching them in both cases is more of a placing choices before them than telling them what to do. Because even those that don't know can learn. And you just allow them to grow into the right choices. Thought plus action minus fear times dedication equals a cold catch hand, baby. Because you be full of this abadabba. That's what's happening. I was always good in math. But I'm much better at common sense. Although these days common sense ain't so fucking common anymore. It would seem to me that if a person wanted to, something, let's say a motherfucker had a thought, he would do what he could do to get it. Take action. He would kick fear to the curb, whatever he's scared of, he just say fuck it. And do all he could to get what he wanted every day of his life. That's dedication. I used to be so scared to raise my window down and open my mouth and say something to a broad. Oh, man. Somebody may hear me. Anything, because I don't know. But what I'm saying is simple as that equation is, it takes a hell of a motherfucker to actually pull it off. And once I did pull it off, a monster was born. Shit. It was really, hot in Vegas. And I've been, in my house, or I'll be in my house most of the time during this, the heated times. And when I do go to get my car washed and get out the car, because sometimes I get my car hand washed up there and I walk home. I'm just saying, the nigga be done fainted, so I try to plan ahead for everything. I just do. That's my thing. That's my advice to you. Plan ahead for everything. Don't let nothing come at you or catch you off guard. And as long as you're doing this, as long as you're planning something, and you don't have to go exact, but you're going along with the plan, man, you ain't gonna have no problems. I firmly believe that. I'm not saying things are going to go smoothly and you'll never have to bump your head against nothing. But I'm saying if you follow the plan, even in them head bumper times, all you got to do is whatever you bumping your head about, make it go with your plan. That's me. That's where I'm at. And I can do it, so I know you can, so I don't want to hear no bullshit. You know I cannot possibly plan everything where it goes as planned, and I ain't got to make no adjustments on the fly. Shit, I got to adjust damn near everything I think. Hey, you motherfuckers, I'm finna go. And damn, this wasn't even an hour. I'm glad because I'm trying to do 30 minutes, man. You know, maybe I'll do them every day, but for 30 minutes, I'm out.
Thank you for using Blog Talk
Oh,
Radio.
bitch.
Goodbye.
Hey, all you guys, keep listening. You better get with this doggone Sidewalk University because it's going to be, well, at the end of the year, it's going to be 1,500. But I'm saying after that, who knows? I'm telling you, it might go up 1,500 to 3,000. I don't care.